As I'm sure you all know by now, today was the day that we finally got to experience Minecraft Live 2021. I've literally just finished watching this event as of when I'm recording this video, in which I'm going to be breaking down everything we saw and everything we heard from Mojang regarding the release date for 1.18 and everything coming as a part of the Minecraft 1.19 Wild update. This video is going to contain a lot of information, everyone, so if you do go on to enjoy and you're excited for this future content coming to Minecraft, be sure to drop the video a like and subscribe if you're new around here. But without going on for any longer, let's get right into it. Now, as I said, as of when I'm recording this video, I literally just finished watching the event Minecraft Live, and there's a lot to talk about. We're going to start off with a few changes coming a bit earlier on in the year, then moving on to the Wild update, and finally the mob vote and what actually won if you do not already know. Let's start off with some of the little things and get them out the way. 1.18 will launch with seed parity for Java and Bedrock. Although this is a little feature coming in the Caves and Cliffs update part 2, it is very interesting as the first time in forever you will be able to share seeds between yourself and other players. Whether you play on Java or Bedrock, the seeds from now on will be exactly the same, meaning that you can be a Java Edition player, find a cool world and share the seed with everyone whether they play on Java or Bedrock. This is a really exciting feature coming as a part of the Minecraft Caves and Cliffs update part 2, and it just feels like such a natural change, like something that should have been in the game all along. I was actually shocked when I found out seed parity has not been in the game forever, but yeah, definitely a very needed change. The second big thing of note is that 1.18 will be released in a month or two. This was said by Lady Agnes, who said this, and this is a direct quote, in a month or two. As you know, right now it is October the 16th as of when this quote was said, so I'm guessing it'll be around, maybe around November to December. Nothing out of the ordinary. This is what we expected. I do feel a bit kind of a bit sad that we did not get an exact release date, but I assume that's how Mojang do not have to disappoint anyone with delays by saying in a month or two. They have quite a big time scale there to release this update without letting anyone down or disappointing everyone. And the next thing is that Minecraft Java and Bedrock are coming to Xbox Game Pass for PC. This is quite insane, as for the first time ever you will be able to get Minecraft Java and Bedrock Edition in the same place, being on Xbox Game Pass, which is pretty crazy. This is happening in November, so if you are a part of the Xbox Game Pass, then keep your eyes out, because you will be able to play two different and equally amazing versions of Minecraft. Let's quickly transition onto the thing you are all here for though, which is the Minecraft Wild update, also known as Minecraft 1.19. I would call this the Minecraft Overworld update, as this is something we've been talking about a lot here on the channel. A lot of these things here have been under review for a very long time, and the fact that we're actually seeing this is quite crazy. Although I've been talking about this a lot over the past year, talking about the possibility of us seeing an update dedicated to updating Minecraft's biomes, a bit like an Overworld update, I kind of in the back of my mind did not expect this, but it's definitely awesome to see. Now, the disappointing news that we've got here is that the Deep Dark has actually been removed from the Caves and Cliffs update altogether, and it's now been pushed back to the Wild update. I'm planning to do a full-on dedicated video on this Wild update, so be sure you stay tuned here to the channel so that you do not miss it. But basically the Deep Dark has been pushed back to the Wild update, and a lot has been added to it, including ancient cities, skulk catalysts, skulk shriekers and the warden. There's been a few dramatic changes to these. First up, the ancient cities. These will generate in the Deep Dark Underground, and they are basically a giant new structure, the most recent one being added to the game, which is where all of this skulky goodness will be found. The Skulk Shrieker is also quite unique, as this kind of unleashes a scream sound effect that will summon the Warden, which can now smell. That is right, the mob that was being praised for having such a unique design for how it can actually sense vibrations just got a whole lot scarier as it can now smell you. I'm guessing this is because the mob would have been way too easy to escape from just by tiptoeing around and crouching, so they now made the Warden quite a bit more powerful by allowing it to actually smell you, confirming that in the Minecraft universe you can actually smell things. Alongside the new Deep Dark update coming in the Wild update, there's also been a few announced confirmed changes to the biomes. Now all we know so far is that there will be updates to the birch forest and the swamp. Let's start with the smaller one and get it out the way. All we really know about the birch forest right now is that it will be updated with taller trees. That is literally all we know at the moment. Let me know what you would also add to this biome to make it a whole lot more awesome. The next up change though is the biggest one, and it is to the swamp biome. As we predicted here on the channel a long time ago, Mojang are bringing back the swamp biome in a big way. First up, the boat chest, a fan favourite. It is making a return ever since it was cast out in one of the recent biome votes, and yeah, although the swamp did lose the vote, I guess this is kind of the swamp update where we're seeing it make a return. So the boat chest is coming back, and also a new type of wood, the mangrove tree. This is unique as it can be grown in the water, and the sapling is also the first ever one which can be planted underwater. Alongside the tree obviously comes a new unique type of wood, being mangrove wood. It's quite a unique colour, although it does look very similar to jungle wood in my opinion, although it's a bit more red and it's got a bit more of a warm hue to it. Definitely very interesting and very unique. The mangrove swamp is a new unique biome within the normal swamp biome, which is where all of these mangrove trees and mangrove goodness will be found. A new unique block which has also come to the game is mud. This will be found in the updated swamp biome, and it can be used to craft a new block known as mud bricks. Definitely a very cool looking block, and I can imagine building out of this a lot. It's not quite grey and it's not very dark unlike the deep slate bricks we've got. It's a lot more neutral and it's got a lot more earthy tones, and I'm definitely very excited for this. Next up, the fan favourite feature coming in this update is frogs. Frogs are making their return. Not only generic green frogs like we all know, but swamp frogs, snow frogs and tropical frogs. They are all going to be making a big return in the Wild update. Obviously, frogs grow from tadpoles, so they are also being introduced where they can be picked up and carried around in buckets. The crazy thing about this though is if you pick up a tadpole and transport it to different biomes, you will actually get a different frog appear depending on the biome the tadpole grows up in. And finally, fireflies. They're basically not even a mob. I do not know how this works, but they're basically like a pixel that will fly around in the air like a particle effect, and I assume these only appear at night, but basically it's just a brightly coloured pixel that will float around in the swamp biomes and can be eaten by frogs. Let's finish up with the mob vote. You may have saw that in the very first round the glare got voted out, with the copper golem coming in close second, meaning that obviously the mob that won this vote was the allay. Definitely very interesting. I did not expect that personally, but I'm definitely happy that the allay is being added, and I cannot wait to see gameplay of this mob in the game. Speaking of when this mob's coming to the game, it is being added alongside Minecraft 1.19 next year. This is where the panic sets in a little bit. I'm quite scared that Mojang did not give a specific release date. I was scared enough in 2020 when they said the Caves and Cliffs update would be releasing in summer 2021, although this year they simply said next year. That is all we know about this, so it could be January, February, March, maybe early in the year, it could be summer, it could be fall, or it could even be update at the very end of 2022. We were speculating about this on the channel quite a lot a few months ago, and talking about when we could see this update being released and all the delays that 1.18 has caused, and it turns out that is right, because from what we know so far, this update could be releasing in like December next year. But that is all of the information you need to know about Minecraft's Wild update. Let me know what you think about all of this down below the comments. Are you excited? Are you a bit let down by this? And what mob did you choose to win this year's mob vote? I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.